each other, and whether it's in the plaza or whether it's on the elevator. And it wasn't until now, when you told that story out in the plaza, that I remember that that was the first time that we met. Mm-hmm. So Pastor Van Hook, to the First Lady, members of Community Church, I just want to say good morning.
Good morning.
It is a pleasure for me to be here this morning. I really thought that I was just going to come in here today and worship. Because one of the things that I really wanted to do was to start visiting the churches within Oakland. I'm a member of First AME Church. My pastor is Reverend Harold Mayberry. I've been worshiping there for about 20 years. I've been a steward for a very long time. I lead the lay organization. Today we had Reverend Jeremiah Wright that was preaching this morning at 8 o'clock. That I came here. So I'm just saying that to let you know that this is really important to me, and really not just that, but he's preaching again this evening, and I'm going to catch him, this evening. But I think it's really important because my peers tell me that a lot of people in Oakland does not know that they have a woman fire chief.
I did.
And it took me, when I first was assigned this position, a couple of months when I would get up in the morning and say, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Because I came into the fire service not because I was really looking to be a firefighter. I came into the fire service because I was looking for a job. Yeah. And my brother gave me this application. Really, it wasn't even for me. It was for my younger brother. And he says, give him this application, maybe he can get a job with the fire department. And as I was reading the application and walking down the stairs, it said something about working with ladders. And I was a telephone installer at the time. And I said, well, I can work with ladders. And so I filled out the application myself. And it was during the time where in the city of San Jose, they had one woman on the department. She'd been there for 5 years. And we were fortunate enough to have a fire chief that was looking to diversify the department, and he really was looking for women to come into the organization. And so here I am, and 28 years later, I am serving in a position that I never dreamed that I would serve in. Not only not dreamed that I would serve in this position because of not really having that opportunity, but not really wanting that opportunity. Because growing up in the fire service, I saw how fire chiefs have been treated. I was in San Jose for 20 years and had 10 fire chiefs. Wow. I was in San Jose for 20 years and had 10 fire chiefs. So why would I want to put myself in that position? But see, when And Pastor likes to brag on this, and I have to give it to him because he said it to me. I came, he called me up one Sunday, and he said to me that I see you wearing a white helmet, because I've been worshiping at First Church for about 20 years. I think I mentioned that. He told me, I see you wearing a white helmet, and I see you being the fire chief in the city of Oakland. Wow. And at the time I was in San Jose, and I laughed at him. I said, Oakland already has a really good fire chief. He goes, no, I see you being the fire chief of Oakland. And I said, well, Pastor, that's great, but it really doesn't work that way. In order for me to be the fire chief, I'm going to have to fill out an application and go to the interviews and do all of those things. And I know I am not going to do that. So he goes, okay, but I see you being the fire chief. So for the first couple of months after being appointed, I said, who would have thought? And then I remember that conversation. I remember that conversation. So sometimes there's a path that is laid out for you. Yes. And you don't even realize what it is.
Yes.
And the Lord gives you free will to make whatever decisions that you want to make. But if you are working with, within His will, if you are allowing Him to order your steps, what you can be could be, things that you couldn't even imagine. And those things is like you're saying that I may not want to do that, but it just might be the best thing for you. And maybe it's not the best thing for you, but it's the best thing for those people that you're serving.
Oh. Yeah.
It's the best thing for those people that you're serving. So I'm really pleased to be here in Oakland because I live in Oakland. I was commuting to San Jose for years, and it was just an honor for me to serve this community because it's a community that I love, a community that I raised my kids in, and I don't think Oakland could have had a better fire chief. So with that, I want to say thank you. Yes. Thank you for recognizing me today. I am so glad I came out this morning because as I laid up in that rain, you know how it comes down in sessions where you can just hear it just pounding the pavements and you say, oh Lord, please just let it quit for like 15 minutes so I can get to my car and get to where I'm going, and then you can let it come down again because we do need it.
Yes.
You know, we do need it. And yesterday we celebrated the Lunar New Year's in Chinatown.
Yeah, yes we did.
And they said rain represents prosperity.
Amen.
And so we need a lot of rain.
Yes, yes, yes.
So God bless you. Thank you. And Pastor, First Lady, and Artisha, where are you? Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you.